So what we have here is we have topic 1, and this is going to be our topic on aggregate multipliers. Specifically, we're going to look at the Keynesian cross and then the multiplier effect, which is derived from that. Now, if you want to take a very face value approach, just to give you a kind of primer on what we're actually going to be doing here, what we end up saying is the Keynesian cross can actually be treated like aggregate demand, right? So I might just pick a different color just so it's a bit clearer for you to see. Can probably do black, I reckon. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, we're going to give you a very clear oversight into sort of the sort of economic setup. It follows the aggregate demand. So in other words, we have our GDP, which we use denote with Y, is going to be equal to C plus I plus G in this particular economy. Okay, we're going to assume the economy is closed, so there's no net exports. Okay, there's no net exports, and I'll run through this in greater detail when we actually have our lesson, our first sort of key topic session. But at the surface level, we have our Y is equal to C plus I plus G, and we consider, what actually makes up this function C. The answer is it's made up of multiple components, actually. It's made up of a kind of big C, which we put a bar over, which is sort of like our necessary consumption is what it is. And then we end up with our lower C times Y here. So we have our necessary consumption there, and then our lowercase c times y is kind of like our well, what this is going to be our marginal propensity to consume, right? So, actually specifically, really what we should have is also a minus t in here and some brackets around this point here. So just to be clear, what this is saying is, in words, we are declaring that consumption is equal to some flat base level of consumption. Consider this to be, consuming for basic survival needs. Consumption is equal to the flat base level, so this could be like, e.g. shelter, right? Shelter and heating for your house, right? Otherwise you'd be in trouble, right? Otherwise you'd be in trouble. So consumption is equal to that. And then also, what you then have is you have kind of like the lowercase c then, plus c, the marginal propensity to consume, as that's what it's called, times your income minus your tax. In other words, the amount of income left over for you to spend on whatever you like, right? That's really what it is. Okay.